stock market is now down 21%.
In 1997, the Asian financial crisis swept across Southeast Asia like a storm, toppling economies and devaluing currencies overnight. The Philippine peso plunged, stock markets crashed, and businesses collapsed. Yet, against all odds, the country weathered the storm better than its neighbors.
We're down by between 3 and 4.5% generally across these markets. Let's talk about the speed with which we are watching this market deteriorate. We're red everywhere, essentially, down by 4-5%.
We're down over 16%.
Fast forward to 2008, while the global financial crisis sent shockwaves through the world's largest economies, the Philippines remained afloat, its banks relatively unscathed due to conservative lending practices. And then came 2020. COVID-19 locked down the world. But the Philippines' economic backbone, its resilient workforce, booming BPO sector, and steady remittances from millions of overseas Filipino workers kept the economy from complete collapse. Today, the nation stands at another crossroads. With a 6.1% GDP growth in 2025, the Philippines has emerged stronger than many of its regional peers, proving once again that it thrives under pressure. But what's next? Will it continue its upward trajectory, or will global uncertainties pull it back? Experts weigh in on what the future holds for the Philippine economy. Imagine strolling through the heart of Manila in 2030. Street vendors, once reliant on cash, now accept payments with a simple tap of a phone. Shoppers glide through stores, their purchases completed with seamless digital transactions. The city's once chaotic retail landscape has transformed into a dynamic ecosystem, where e-commerce giants coexist with small businesses that thrive on social media. From bustling markets to high-end malls, technology has erased barriers, making every purchase instant and effortless. This isn't just a glimpse into the future, it's the reality unfolding today. The Philippines' digital economy is booming, driven by rapid fintech adoption, a growing middle class, and government-backed infrastructure expansion. As businesses embrace innovation and consumers demand convenience, the nation is on the cusp of a financial revolution that will redefine the way people live, work, and shop. E-commerce in the Philippines is no longer just an industry, it's a revolution. In 2023, the market stood at $17 billion, but by 2030, it's projected to soar past $60 billion. The charge is led by platforms like Lazada and Shopee, but the real game changer? Social media selling. From TikTok shops to Facebook marketplaces, Filipinos have turned their feeds into full-fledged businesses. And what fuels this boom? Fintech. Financial inclusion is no longer a privilege, it's a necessity, says a senior analyst at Payments CMI. Today, digital wallets handle 34% of all e-commerce payments, and mobile transactions account for 64% of total purchases. In rural villages where banks once felt like a distant dream, Fintech apps now provide microloans and seamless transactions, transforming lives. The government isn't just watching, it's acting. The National Broadband Program aims to bring high-speed internet across the archipelago, ensuring no entrepreneur, student, or business is left behind. Step into a Filipino household today, and you'll see the emerging middle class reshaping the economy. Families are spending more on education, housing, and healthcare, fueling new sectors and pushing businesses to innovate. But behind this youthful energy, a new reality is unfolding. The Philippines has one of the youngest populations in Asia, with a median age of just 25 years. But by 2030, seniors, 60 plus, will make up 12% of the total population. The real challenge isn't just growth, it's sustainability, notes a leading economist. With an aging population comes higher healthcare demands, pension reforms, and social security expansion. The government and private sector must step up to ensure that the country's growth doesn't outpace its ability to care for its people. The world is moving toward cleaner energy, and the Philippines isn't being left behind. The government has set ambitious targets: 35% renewable energy by 2030 and 50% by 2040. And it's not just talk. In 2025, a historic $15 billion deal with the UAE's Masdar was inked, paving the way for massive solar and wind projects. By 2030, this will generate 1 gigawatt of clean energy, enough to power millions of homes. Local businesses are also stepping up. Green Tech Solutions, a once small manufacturing firm, made the switch to solar power, cutting energy costs by 20% and boosting its brand's reputation as a sustainability leader. The Philippines is at a crossroads, a digital powerhouse, a nation on the cusp of demographic transformation, and a battleground for sustainable progress. With the right policies, innovation, and investments, it's not just about growth. It's about defining the future. And that future is being written right now. The Philippines is at a turning point. With a booming digital economy, a rising middle class, and bold sustainability targets, the future looks promising. But beneath the optimism lie critical challenges that must be addressed for sustained growth. Economic progress is only as strong as the people who drive it. Education and skills development are at the heart of the country's digital transformation. Investing in quality education and vocational training is essential for developing a skilled workforce that can meet the demands of the digital economy, says a leading economist. Programs like Tech Skills are already bridging the gap, equipping Filipinos with in-demand digital skills for jobs in IT, cybersecurity, and e-commerce. But skills alone won't be enough. A healthy workforce is a productive workforce. Strengthening healthcare infrastructure is crucial, especially as the country grapples with an aging population. Public and private initiatives are working to expand healthcare access, but more investment is needed to ensure that economic growth doesn't leave healthcare behind. The Philippines' economic growth has been remarkable, but not everyone is reaping the benefits. Income inequality remains a persistent issue, with the country's Gini coefficient hovering around 42, indicating a significant wealth gap. Addressing income inequality and poverty requires targeted policies that promote inclusive growth and social mobility, says a social policy expert. The Pantawid Pamilyang Pilipino program has helped millions of low-income families access education, healthcare, and basic necessities. While improvements have been made, sustaining these efforts will require deeper economic reforms and job creation. If the government can balance growth with social equity, the Philippines can ensure that prosperity is shared, not just concentrated among the few. For businesses to thrive, for workers to commute efficiently, and for goods to move seamlessly across the country, world-class infrastructure is a must. Improving transportation infrastructure, such as roads, railways, and airports, is crucial for enhancing connectivity and facilitating trade, notes a government infrastructure report. Mega projects like the North-South Commuter Railway and the Metro Manila Subway are steps in the right direction, promising to ease congestion and improve mobility. Energy security is another pressing concern. The nation's growing economy demands a stable and reliable energy supply. With ambitious renewable energy targets, 35% by 2030, 50% by 2040, the government must ensure that sustainable sources can meet rising industrial and commercial needs. And in a digital-first economy, connectivity is king. Expanding broadband infrastructure and improving internet access will be key to unlocking the next wave of economic growth. With initiatives like the National Broadband Program, the country is aiming for faster, more affordable, and widespread internet access. The Philippines is poised for a new era of growth, but success isn't guaranteed. By investing in human capital, tackling inequality, and modernizing infrastructure, the country can build a resilient, inclusive, and future-ready economy. It's not just about progress. It's about making sure no Filipino gets left behind. The Philippines stands at a crossroads. With a young, tech-savvy population and an accelerating digital economy, the country has all the ingredients for sustained growth. But what will it take to maximize this potential? Leading economists, industry leaders, and policymakers weigh in. One of the Philippines' greatest assets is its demographic dividend, a youthful workforce ready to drive innovation and productivity. However, experts warn that without proper investments, this advantage could be wasted. Education, healthcare, and digital connectivity are key to unlocking the potential of this young workforce. With over 64% of e-commerce transactions occurring via mobile devices, the country is already moving toward a digital-first economy. But as industry experts note, true progress will come from embracing technological transformation at all levels. With initiatives like the National Broadband Program and the Tech Skills PH Training Project, the country is making headway in equipping its workforce with digital skills. But continued investment is necessary to keep pace with global advancements. The private sector is equally optimistic about the Philippines' economic trajectory. Take Fintech Innovators, a homegrown startup that has revolutionized digital payments and financial inclusion. Through mobile wallets and micro-lending platforms, the company has provided previously unbanked communities with access to financial services, fueling economic activity in rural areas. Foreign investors are also taking notice. Multinational companies are expanding operations in the Philippines, citing its growing consumer market, improving infrastructure and business-friendly reforms. The Philippines is becoming a prime destination for digital services, fintech, and e-commerce investments.
What we've observed is that money flows and moves faster, 4 times than cash. That alone provides velocity and it allows people to use money in the system, which leads to economic growth. Digital also provides efficiency in the operations. So we are able to help in the reduce cost and provide more sustainability, especially for small businesses. The other one is financial inclusion, or the rate of financial inclusion in the Philippines has increased to 70%, meaning 70% of Filipinos are already financially included.
Its young, tech-savvy population makes it an attractive market for innovation-driven businesses, shares a top executive from a global tech firm. With digital payments now the leading mode of e-commerce transactions, 34% share. Fintech firms see the country as a high-growth market with vast untapped potential. Policymakers are also playing a critical role in shaping the country's economic future. The Corporate Recovery and Tax Incentives for Enterprises, CREATE, Act has been instrumental in attracting foreign investments by offering competitive tax rates and incentives for businesses looking to expand in the Philippines. The National Economic and Development Authority, NEDA, has outlined strategic priorities focusing on infrastructure, digital transformation, and human capital development. These efforts are expected to boost investor confidence and create a more resilient economy. As the country navigates the next decade, the convergence of government action, private sector innovation, and a dynamic workforce will determine its success. The Philippines stands at a critical juncture, poised for economic transformation, driven by digital innovation, strategic investments, and a young, dynamic workforce. As the country continues to modernize, embracing technological advancements, sustainability, and inclusive growth will be essential to securing long-term prosperity. However, while opportunities are abundant, challenges such as income inequality, infrastructure gaps, and an aging population must be addressed to ensure sustained development. A key factor in this transformation is economic diversification. Moving beyond traditional sectors like agriculture and services to high-value industries such as technology, renewable energy, and advanced manufacturing will be crucial. These industries not only enhance economic resilience, but also position the Philippines as a competitive player in the global market. Similarly, embracing innovation and digital transformation will drive productivity and efficiency, helping businesses and individuals adapt to a rapidly changing economic landscape. At the heart of this progress lies human capital investment. The country's young workforce presents a unique opportunity, but without quality education, vocational training, and improved healthcare systems, this advantage could be lost. Addressing inequality is equally critical, ensuring that economic growth benefits all Filipinos, particularly the underprivileged, will be vital in creating a more inclusive and sustainable future. To support this momentum, every stakeholder has a role to play. Staying informed about economic developments, supporting local businesses, and investing in innovation will contribute to national progress. By leveraging digital advancements, strengthening infrastructure, and fostering entrepreneurship, the Philippines can unlock its full potential. The future of the Philippine economy is bright. With a resilient, tech-driven, and globally competitive outlook, the country is on the path to sustained growth. While challenges remain, strategic planning, collaboration, and bold policy reforms can turn aspirations into reality. The time to act is now. Let's shape the future together.